What's going on, guys? My name is Jaroks. Welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Survival Hardcore Season 3 Let's Play thing. Okay, that was terrible. That was terrible intro. Terrible intro. I can't believe I did that. I am very bad at intros. Gosh, after doing this for how many years, you'd think I'd be okay with this by now, but no. So we had a few changes with the world, and starting off, I'm actually going to open up my advancements tab, and I reinstalled a bunch of my vanilla tweaks data packs. So I reinstalled my more mob heads. I installed coordinates, which is a new thing. I installed timber, which is new. Timber allows you to instantly cut down trees, which saves me a lot of time. Chunk loaders, which is really good for like farms and stuff, so you can drop another star onto a lodestone to make a chunk loader. And that's that. Custom armor statues, so I can now make armor statues when I want them. I reinstalled double shulker shells. I'm not sure if I had that before, but I do now. Fast sleep decay, I reinstalled that. Mini blocks, and the spectator, night vision, and condo power, which I don't know why I would need those. I just have them. I just have them. Also, another thing, I went ahead and these are the heads of the shepherds that used to be in this trading hall. So what had happened was a lightning struck the building, causing a few of the shepherds to turn into witches, and yeah, it didn't end too well for at least half of them. So I kind of just got rid of them and traded them all for Fletchers, which I maxed out majority of them, except for a few. And actually what I've been doing is I've been trading string with these guys, because I noticed that instead of having to transfer all the string and turn them into wool blocks, I can just trade the string straight up to a Fletcher and just make bank. I mean, seriously, let me get down to my storage room. I'll show you what I mean. As you can see here, I picked up a lot more emerald blocks than what I had in the last episode. And also, there was a few other things. I did some mining, and I actually got a time lapse of this, but I got a bunch of basalt, obsidian, some glass, and some blackstone for my Mount Complex project. And well, not really during those time lapses, but rather just like off camera, I was doing some exploring. And I actually found the desert where I mined up all that sand in episode 3. I know I was looking for that before, but I couldn't find it, but now I found it again. But during my travels, I actually found a lodestone inside of one of the abandoned portals. And I don't know how rare that is, but I thought that was a lucky find, and I'm definitely going to be using this at some point. Set it up and then link a compass to it, so that way if I ever do some like long distance exploring, I will never be lost, because I will always have a compass pointing towards home. Now, I'm going to head on upstairs here and over to Mount Complex, because I want to kind of get set up and get the houses built, because the sooner I get this project done, the sooner I can start working on Mount Advancius, and the sooner I get that base done, I can actually start working on the valley down here. Now, I did some more off-camera planning, and I decided I'm going to do 8 of each building. So I'm going to do 8 of the Midtown houses, which are the Obsidian houses, and then 8 of the Cone houses, and then they'll all be wrapping around the edge of the mountain, and they'll be right there with the tower. Whew. That was a lot of explaining. I don't like explaining things too much. I feel like it gets boring. But I'm thinking I am just about ready. I didn't break... Bruh. Okay. So I'm going to run over and grab my shulker boxes. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a third-person time lapse because we are going to begin construction of the cones in the Midtown houses. This project is going to take us a little while, so let's go! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, looks like the building actually went better than I thought it was going to go. Now, you may be noticing these first two houses here that I built. Now, during the time lapse, you may find that they were a little chunky. However, I went ahead off camera and kind of slimmed it up to make them match the rest of the houses. So now that'll help clean up a lot of the what would you call it'll clean up a lot of the voided space that was it was taking up. But it opened it. Man, what am I talking about? What the? I am so confused right now. Man, I lost my train of thought. I can't believe it. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so we have looks like 8 cone houses and 8 obsidian houses. And now what I want to do is get a few of the businesses set up because I want to have a marketplace here in the center. And that way I'll have, these are all going to be villager houses pretty much. So we're going to have villagers staying in the cone houses, villagers staying in the obsidian houses. And then, again, my base will be that giant ring over there. Which it's eventually going to be the tower that I built on the Complex Gaming server. But, I'm going to be brutally honest here, guys. I recorded that time lapse like a few weeks ago, and I'm just now getting into doing the final clips for this, and I don't know what to do here. I really don't know what else to do for this episode because it's just been so long since I did those recordings for the beginning of this video. But God, that looks so nice. This looks fantastic. Just nice. That's all I got. That's all I got. Now, I remember at the beginning of the episode, I mentioned that I swapped all these villagers out for Fletchers, and I can sell them string for emeralds. Now, I would love to make some more bank on that, and that reminded me that down in the caves. In fact, we're gonna head down to the spider grinder right now. And I remember down this way, boom, a secondary cave spider spawner. Now, I would love to convert this into a 2-spawner grinder. Now, I'm not exactly sure how I would set that up. But I guess, that's gonna be a future me problem. But if I could get this spawner working and this spawner working together, boom, I can double my profits. I can get double the string. Boo. What the? Oh, I forgot. What this texture pack makes water so freaking clear. It's almost invisible. Nice. I just saw the glow squid. I'm like, what is going on here? Okay. Okay. But yeah, maybe I might take a break from Mount Complex and start working on like getting like my bigger, larger scale farms made, so that way I can start doing like bigger projects and whatnot. And I would also love to know what you guys would want to see in a future video, because I would, really just want to know. I really just want to know. My activity this year has been not so great, and I have no excuse for that. I really have no excuse for that. We started off strong with the Advanced Season 3 Skyblock, but I don't know. Since that season ended, like I kind of just fell off, and I want to finish this year off strong. In fact, we are only 2/3 of the way through the year, so we still have, you know, a third of the year left, which is great. It's really great, and I would love to get a lot more content out for you guys. And also, actually, there is no more. Also, but we'll say this: if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like. And again, comment anything you want me to do in any future videos, because you never know. I might just end up doing them. You'll have a fantastic day, evening, or night, whenever you decide you want to watch this video. And peace out. This is Jaroks signing off. Bye-bye.